Obviously, it's going to be really tough to play around as Qiyana, and I think it's going to be a lot of onus on Heng to try and pick the target with his knockup. And for me, the target just kind of has to... I would fail a political test right there, which fortunately not on here, but we do have Erha getting active.
It might have a real cost. We'll find out. So already we have Erha just holding his Q, getting the flash out of Burdol. I'm not sure he's going to be able to make it back to his turret as Monki shows up to clean it up and pick up first blood.
Great walk. Oh, he's going for Crisp.
Another aggressive one. Crisp will flash over the wall, so Erha not going to have a chance to land a hook, but this does secure the first dragon of the game for Team WE. And with Grubs in a minute, I'd imagine they might want to go after those two and take them away from Burdol.
No more.
Exhaust for exhaust. The culling, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage right now. About's going to flash over the wall. So is Shaoye, and he's going to dash him down. A relentless pursuit out of the LG. Get a lot of value over on those Grubs. Monki, though, recognizing that this is a thing, and they're going to go down, look to make a play onto Shaoye. He's up against the wall, tries to dash away, but that is not a play that you can make, and the snipe from About gets himself a kill.
I mean, Grubs going over is not worth what Shaoye just lost in the bot lane, and WE's not done. They didn't burn a lot for that. It was only really the Supreme Display of Talent. Erha.
They're going to try to fight a 3v4. They immediately burst out Erha. Now they're going to look for Karis next, who is not where he needs to be. He will flash over the wall. Heng going to drop his ultimate down just to protect himself this fight. And Burdol is going to have a hard time actually trying to get a lot of a push here. Hook does go down on a Crisp, but here comes that Realm Warp over on the backside, calling down on the Monki. It's very much below half HP.
Oh,
Heng getting pushed away, and he'll finally go down, but they're so split. The exhaust for exhaust, but About is going to win that fight every time. Forces the flash out of Shaoye. It is a quick pick for Team WE, and it means that the second dragon of the game is theirs.
I thought that LGD played around Monki pretty well in that fight. I mean, Shaoye kited out the initial dash from Monki, did use the culling to push him off, and then Monki whiffed the Supreme Display of Talent, as that was not a talent show victory for him. However, the damage of Qiyana was enough to ensure they still get a kill on the dragon. And About just kind of forcing Shaoye out when he didn't have the culling.
Still posturing aggressively. I'd really like to see that, and we'll see how much that can develop. We might see a fight break out here as LGD starting to link up as a team. Shaoye and Crisp not quite connected. Heng's going to go in a perfect wall, and Monki is on the wrong side of the tracks. Karis is going to show up. Heng trying to frontline, but he can't survive through it. The Cube teleport with the flash, and the Cryo Phoenix is getting burnt. Gordon Ramsay could be proud of Cube cooking him, and it's 2 more kills. Anything that LGD want to do. And they are falling further and further behind another, the first...
Shaoye, for me, right now, needs to be the damage. So, if you're not connected with Lucian, I just don't think that the plays are there for LGD. And, yeah, it's been a really slow game for LGD. This has been Team WE drafting a lot faster comp and playing it really well.
Yeah, LGD, as you said, the connection has just not been there. As was previewed, out of half HP after that True Shot Barrage landed. We're finally seeing pings on this top side, and Burdol is finally moving up there, but it is too little too late. He doesn't have a...
Like, the Not Rise was there for Team WE, and they answered it with slowness across the board. I really don't feel like any of the champs that LGD drafted had the opportunity to play faster than he's going all the way around here. The observers haven't spotted it yet, but on our mini-map,
that ward does get pinged out. They are aware that he's there. There it goes. Doesn't really land on too many members. Heng trying to get back with the team, but the Onivia wall is going to cut him off. He's got to flash over. Tangyuan is super low, and Karis is sprinting at him. Takes him down, gets exhausted, and almost finds Shaoye as well. Meanwhile, the rest of Team WE are putting LGD through the meat grinder. It's 2 more kills. It's going to be Mountain Soul as well.
Karis flashed it, and Shaoye belted out of the culling. Who cares about item efficiency? Let's make big plays, baby. He got in there, was able to end the fight. And, man, this game, just all WE from the start, Yanni. I really feel like LGD, this draft was not it. And how we saw the map in the first 5 minutes, and we didn't see anything too fancy there. I think the first gank that they had mid to get the flash and the A got of Tangyuan was really nice, or Tangyuan was really nice. But it really wasn't anything too fancy this game from Monki. It was just the fact that he clears faster, his mid pushes faster, and his support can walk where the enemy's support can't. And we saw Erha and Monki do a nice job of syncing up and cashing in on that. It wasn't anything too special, just some damn good League of Legends.
Well, we're finally seeing some split push here, as Burdol is down on that bot side, looking to take that bot inner turret. Well, Team WE have said, you know what, we are going to do the Baron. We'll see if there's anything that can be done by LGD. The immediate cleanse from the Breath of Life, but it won't matter all too much. A good equalizer to slow up the squad. And here comes everybody on the side of Team WE. Knockup is there onto Heng. He's looking for Erha, but that backside, they're just flashing on top of the carries, and the carries flash out of existence. Crisp will fall down too. It's a double kill for Monki, and the game-ending push could come through here for Team WE.
You know, that realm warp into the two-man depth charge, it really felt like it was some pancakes with the side of Eggs Benedict there. As I just watched LGD get pancaked in that fight, Yanni. It was a pretty solid game here from Team WE, who coming off a nice win against JDG last night. Not stopping, not slowing down. They had the proactivity, the ability to make plays early, and they cash in them.
Can't stop, won't stop. Team WE looking to continue their torrid split 2 end of split.
I think a one-item team fight with Aurora, Nefiri, Gnar could do a number on Team WE. And LGD, at least they patched up, I think, the biggest flaw of the last keep that health is the appearance from Monki mid being punished here by Heng. And 3v3 over the Raptors.
Yeah, health bar's not really there for Team WE right now, so Crisp is looking to just big body in there. He is going to get feared, exchange most of his health bar. Flash forward, but a good denial there from Erha, but Tangyuan with the hop. More heroic charges. Karis goes back in, and a little bit too much dip on that chip as it's first blood for Tangyuan's Gnar mid. Heng wants a little bit more, going to look to take out Monki here in the darkened daggers plus the auto attacks.
A lot more proactivity for themselves and putting up more of a contest early on.
And with Monki showing top, just to try to clear out that control ward that Burdol put down, this does mean that the Dragon is going to go the way of LGD. This does mean that Heng is going to hit level 6 off of it, so should have an opportunity for that Call of the Pack to maybe try and make a play. We do see Crisp hovering around this mid lane as they're going to go take these chickens, and maybe they'll make a play onto Erha, who walks into Fog. So we're going to be secured. They are going to look to move forward here. Tangyuan with the flash and the Gnar into the wall. Karis trying to come in and is going to Gnar right back in this 2v2, but on the backside, Heng takes care of Erha. Crisp's very low, but guess who goes in trying to finish off this kill? But he misses the darkened daggers, and a bounce here for the turnaround, and they bit off a bit more than they could chew. Team WE. But now it's Heng trying to do a solo mission onto these grubs, and Erha is here with Monki to try and shove him off there. He's going to go invulnerable, so wants to stay in, but will think better of it. Hopping out. Burdol from the side here drops down that between worlds. Great root coming out from about, and the rest of the team is here. Karis gets his first and is really putting in a lot of work. Crisp shoved up against the wall. They find him. What a condemn onto Tangyuan, and it's a wipe. Team WE picking up 3 more kills. They're going to get a couple. 5 seconds until it's up. Still missing a couple of key flashes. Karis is going to be the one to go in on Tangyuan as they're lying in wait to try to turn this one around. He Gnars him right back, shoves him away, knocks him up, and it's another kill going over to Commander Karis. He is now 4-1 on the bottom side, about going to get dove on the back end on a sliver of HP, and it's Crisp who claims that one, but Karis with the teleport, abscond, abduct in, just trying to buy a little bit of time for Erha and Monki to show up. They're going to try to turn it around, and they do. He goes down. A bit overzealous here is Team WE. Now find themselves.
Spells is just a giant target on your head for Crisp. And then this is a little bold from Monki. Trying to flirt with the danger. This dragon should go LGD's way. No action happened, and we're getting a replay here.
Oh, this was the beginning of this play. This was the beginning of the entire sequence, where we went Gnar for Gnar, and then everybody showed up.
You know, they really threw me off with that. I thought it'd be...
That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, Karis somehow is on the very wrong side of the tracks here. He's going to flash over and find Shaoye regardless, and that's going to turn around on the Heng. Karis is going crazy right now, but he might find himself in a bad way. Goes back in. That Kingslayer is just a ridiculous spell. Riot has nerfed it so many times, and I really didn't think they need to nerf it more. Somehow, some way, they finally find Karis.
I think Monki's really just trying to pester as much as we can here, and he loses the camp, goes down, but Karis was here to be the savior.
Yep, was able to at least salvage this play to, obviously it would have ended up being in Team WE's, because if you deal more damage, doesn't matter if your team fighting is a little sloppier. You can still get the job done. While that Herald went over to the Team WE, Tangyuan's going to go get this bottom turret solo. A lot of gold going over to him. Now, where are we taking this Rift Herald? It looks like we are just getting out. Monki is going to jungle privilege himself and get a little bit of healing out of it.
Yeah, back to the safety of our camps is where this Rift Herald's going out. But I feel like MSI definitely showed us that you don't always have to have player efficiency. It sometimes can work in draft, but with a pick like
Karis over on the side. What a wonderful pick. And down goes Heng. As the rest of the fight going to shake out, Cube is frontlining right now. Flashes forward and is going to be able to finish off Shaoye. Knock up there from Erha. Crisp not going to really be able to escape here as Karis will run him down. Tangyuan dropping lower and lower. And the damage of Team WE is just too much for LGD to handle. They find a 4-for-1, and they will stop LGD's dragon stacking.
I know we didn't get to talk about the setup there. I was trying to go down a rabbit hole, but the setups have just been better for WE. It continued with that fight on about. That was really well played as he got Gnar mid-hop, and Tangyuan definitely was looking to combo there as Raptor can test.
Up a little bit too far. Paranoia is going to get dropped down, but here's Karis, who's blowing up another fight and picking up his 8th kill of the game.
Just to see him have this big of a performance, and again, really, he needed to be the bridge that got Cube into the game, he got his team into the game. He did that tenfold. I think the LGD helped. Crisp had an opportunity in a couple of these fights to find the right target, like the one down sums. I think Crisp has to find Karis, or just be a nuisance to Karis. Karis going to run everything.
We're seeing this again. Yeah. This is a carbon copy of what happened last time at your chickens. They're not yours, Heng. Sorry, bro. And now it's time for the Baron to go over to Team WE. We'll see if LGD want to give this one away. I think that this is their best opportunity they're going to get. And I think they agree. Tangyuan going to teleport in, but he doesn't have any rage in that Narbar. Chris,
no
looking to front line. See if we can steal this away. Down to about 3,000 HP. Good engage over on the side as Team WE are driving out LGD. The Baron is going to be secured. Crisp is going to flash away. Tangyuan's going to hop away.
Stymie him. With the 5-second stuns you have as Leona, obviously you want to find some squishies as Leona, but Karis is so big, it feels like you just have to hamper him. If not, he's running through your entire team.
Bal is going to be forced to flash away. We have a numbers advantage here for LGD, but Crisp is very low. Erha blows up the back of the fight, and now it's Shaoye who's going to run for the hills, and he's not going anywhere. Oh no, it's the Between Worlds non-bow. But that's okay. Even though they'll lose one on the backside, Team WE will still be able to clean up Burdol. It's a double kill for Karis. I think that's number 10 on the game for him, as Team WE have a big 4v2 advantage with a Baron at their backs.
Connected the abscond abduct for 11-2, but the Between Worlds he stole sent him to Narnia versus where he wanted to be in that fight. But the flashiness on the Sylas continues. As again, I kind of warned that we felt like the Sylas versus Gnar. Like, this is a fine matchup for Sylas. Matchup aside, it's just been all Karis with what he's been able to do this game. As
feels like they are never in fully sync as a team. Once they get Baron, they get a little too lazy and find themselves getting engaged on. The Bout finds a good angle here, and they will take down Burdol once again.
They've already taken that bot inner turret, so focus has been on mid and top to remove the rest of the inners. Can do so successfully here mid, as Burdol on that wave was not it. That wave's at 0 in the middle, and you're playing against a team that did have Baron. Start of the push, Baron is falling off now, Yanni, but a successful post-Baron push to take the mid inhibitor at that.
Wonderful stuff. A 6.7 thousand gold lead for Team WE. One of these high-value ultimates again. It looks like LGD will wisely not defend this top inner turret. Just like you have to wait for a moment for Team WE to open themselves up. Perhaps they will over-aggress like they're known for.
Just won 1-13 the last regular season, right? Yeah, they took top 3 in playoffs, but this is a team where we want to see a start-to-finish good split. And man, this has been a really convincing victory against LGD for me. See if they can put the finishing touches on it. Sure feels like they will.
Well, they're certainly going to try right now. And Shaoye is going to be the target. He cannot escape Monki. Karis looking to run amok on the backside. He's got that Gnar ultimate. Heng's got to flash away. But he goes in on Tangyuan. He throws him back into a bout. And Erha's going to steal that one away. Lots of turret shots going down onto Cube and Monki. They are quite low. But the rest of Team WE appears to be very healthy. Heng over on the backside will be able to find Cube. Now he might want to pop the Guardian Angel on Monki. Monki's still alive. Karis flashing after him, not going to be able to close that out. Crisp goes in onto a bout, but there's Erha with the double knockup, and it's Crisp who's going to drop. Guardian Angel popped on the Monki. They're going to turn on the Heng, but they still can't find him again. Just trying to delay the inevitable at this point, but Karis is going to have that stolen ultimate, misses the
one more fight where we can see Karis be a bit flashier, because there's a Seeker's Arm Guard and 4 more pages to the book, Yanni, for the MVP of this game. Be a bit more of a doozy of a fight.
Pinch play potentially onto Cube here. Tangyuan just trying to keep his Gnar bar up. Burdol was on the way down, and now that Tangyuan's been spotted, it's time to go. You have to pull this off now. Burdol, though, is late to the play, and they're just putting him in a blender. Cube still trying to stealth away, hops away, but the tumble is not going to be enough to keep him alive. And now LGD looking to turn it around here up on the top side. Curtain call coming out. 4v3. Heng needs to try to find a way in to steal this away. He goes invulnerable. He gets it, and he stole it away. He stole it away from Monki. It will be the one to fall, but it will be a 4v4 at LGD with Baron this time.
I mean, that's Baron on 4. That's a great yoink. I understand the flip there from series isn't wrapped yet, even though it doesn't feel to me that this Baron's going to change the pace of the game.
Another paranoia, and it's Shaoye who steps up too far. He flashes away, but once again falls. It's Tangyuan getting picked off next. And in the blink of an eye, 2 members of LGD drop. Teleport coming in as Cube using that top lane teleport to rejoin the rest of the squad. It's going to be a 5v3. Burdol up on the top side, looking for a flank here on some low health targets, trying to stealth his way in. Erha going to be forced away. He's getting down to about half HP. There's that between worlds. It's good damage. Cube gets bursted out as well. But LGD are
Wit's End for Tangyuan is nice into the Silas. That said, it's not really valuable into anything else in the game. So that's a little bit of a weird build for me. He does have 60% tenacity in his build too.
Well, there's a lot of CC. There's a lot of CC coming out of Team WE.
There is.
I'll give him a little bit of grace there.
I still feel like we're in the camp where we need a miracle. And I think the biggest positive for LGD in that last sequence is at least they found a play and they took out Cube early, but Monki.
All right,
flash.
Well, they found him again.
Yeah.
Once again, Shaoye is the one who was caught out by the paranoia. This means that Crisp will also have to give his life, and that could be what ends the game. It is a double kill for Monki, 9, 2, and 11 right now, and I don't think LGD can stave off another push because everybody on Team WE is healthy.
I think the 2 deaths I've seen LGD have when mid-waves even have been really tough.
Ultimate down. Erha goes in. There's the first turret to fall. Good damage from Burdol, going back and forth between the worlds, but his other turret has fallen. He is watching his teammates' health bars drop in front of him, and he watches his Nexus.